Welcome back to the second half of the Bobby Dupre Show, and of course, my sidekick here, Mr. Andrew Guitros.
Good morning. I'm wearing my fish shirt today so they can see that I'm not underwater.
Oh, okay. And I was talking about Pat's Chafalaya Club, and he calls
Fisherman's Wharf.
And Fisherman's Wharf Restaurant.
Right.
He calls it the Music City, and of course, this weekend on Saturday. Probably the music is probably starting at 6 o'clock. Is private function. Then on Sunday, May 29th, from 6 p.m. in the afternoon till is TK Hewland, and everybody knows TK.
With graduation night.
Gigi Shin, boy, you can't beat that kind of music.
Full-time swamp
you can look them up on the website www.patsfishermanswharf.com. How about that?
And you can be technical with all this.
Everybody's on the map here.
Show these pictures, Matt. I'm gonna get these out the way right away. This is the Opelousas Council on Aging. Show those photos. There they are. That went to Magnolia Ridge and they went to the Cops and Kids Camp. You know, that Sheriff Bobby J. Guitros takes care of down there. They brought them on a nice tour. Candace Castile-Daigle and Brandy Fontenot with St. Landry Home Care, which is affiliated with LHC Group, one of the divisions of LHC Group.
Well,
Just showing those ladies who are going around.
And
there's the sheriff himself and Miss Brandy I see in the background. LHC Group, all your home health care needs. Don't forget about them. They do a lot of things to help the community, as you see with the Cops and Kids project as well. If you need anything from the machinery, that's the beds, the oxygen stuff, the button you got to press to call for help if you need to call for an ambulance. They can get the therapist in your room. They can get the rehab people, the nursing in your room. Louisiana Healthcare Group, all about helping people. And don't forget about the Health and Wellness Center here on Heather Drive in Opelousas. If you're a guy that just goes out to the health club to work out and get in shape, or a girl. And if they also have the hospice and palliative care there as well. And I see they also had a little get-together at the local nursing home, and they had a harmonica player come by to play for them, Mr. Iggy Castile himself, who did a great job. I want to thank them for all the good things that they do. Now you can kick back to us, Matt.
Okay, let's see. We have a couple more pictures maybe to show.
Well,
I think we
you got to give me a minute for that reset.
Okay.
So you do something while I do that.
I see where the board is looking at
which board?
The board, the Lafayette Parish School Board is looking possibly at a former principal, and he's now working as superintendent of school for St. Mary Parish, and we're talking about Donald Aguillard. Mr. Lemoyne, who's been apparently a very successful superintendent, has decided to forego any extension of his contract, and he'll retire on December 31st. So they'll be looking around for a new superintendent. So if you're in education, you might put your name in the hat. Who knows? You never know. So. And we're glad to see. It looks like on every page that I open, it's all good about the flood conditions. And Sports Illustrated, look at what they have on the front page, what the tornado took. Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
And that's where University of Alabama plays. I mean, you and I have been there for football games.
That's correct. We sure have, a couple of different times. And here's a basketball, NBA basketball player.
Javier Arenas.
And a real good player, and he's from there. And he and a lot of other athletes that came and had their start there, and some of them that are still there, are all pitching in to help clean up right now and then help rebuild both manpower and financially. And so I was glad to see this article here where the guys who's making the money are coming out. A person who died, and I recognize the name, Miss Inez Gauthier. She operated a very successful insurance agency over in St. Martinville. She was 92 years old. Not sure when she retired, but I'm sure that it wasn't that long ago, because she was just a beautiful, hardworking lady. So, I don't know, just once you met her, you knew her. And I met her through visiting. She would come and visit Mr. and Mrs. Howard Richard, Adelaide's daddy and stepmom, Cecil. And just such good, fond memories. And I would see her at the insurance conventions on an annual basis, and went to her office before over in St. Martinville. My deepest sympathies to her family. Don't think she was ever married. She survived by some family members. And then Ms. Margaret Barry is another that passed away, and in Grand Coteau, and she was 88. So we had a lot of people that died in the recent days had good age on them, which is a good sign. Y'all might have to put up with me for a little while.
Next weekend, well, definitely. Next weekend, the June 3rd through 5th is the Church Point Buggy Festival. And to remind everybody, that's going to be going on. Got a nice little note from them. Miss Kathy Como sent us a note to remind everybody. We'll have more details for next week's show because it'll be next weekend. Also, the same weekend is going to be the Opelousas Spice and Music Festival going on with barbecue contests going on. You can call Miss Sue Roner if you want to compete.
You saw who's playing? Percy Sledge.
Percy Sledge will be the headliner.
Yep.
When a man loves a woman.
And also Chubby Carrier will be making a show in here. And of course, Chubby was the winner of the Grammy Award.
That's correct.
For the Zydeco type music.
You got it.
And of course, I gave him some of his first gigs at, right next door at when I was
Toby's Little Lodge.
Toby's Little Lodge. You bet.
Dixie Storage.
Fine young man.
All your storage needs right now. A lot of you putting furniture away or putting things away with the flooding. Dixie Storage can help you. If you're a business, maybe you're concerned. You know, you don't have to keep moving your stuff around. You want to find a good, safe warehouse on a major highway with a very high elevation. Dixie Storage has plenty of that type of stuff. Railroad access. They've got big loading docks. They've got the huge forklifts that can do everything from a little bitty pallet up to basically a railroad car. You know, I've seen some of those huge forklifts they've got. Biggest things I ever seen in my life. I mean, they can pull literally side off a railroad car and stick that in the warehouse. All take care of you there with Dixie Storage. And don't forget their sister company, A Plus Glass in Lafayette, also here in Opelousas.
He's got a new employee this week. Started out Monday. Yes,
Who's
sir.
that?
His son, Jordan. Jordan just graduated from college and going to work on Monday. And his daddy told him in front of me, he says, there will be no back talking. Now, he said, we can have some back talking at home, but on the job, I'm the boss. And boy,
there you go.
He's a fine-looking kid, and I got to knowing him well also because he was such good friends with Dominic Dupre, Marie and Reg's young son. Right. And he graduated also, and I'm not sure if he's going to go into graduate school right away, or I think he might decide to work in a job for maybe a year or two, just to see how I think he finished in business and see whether he wants to get into a specialty of some kind.
That'll work.
Both of those kids have been longtime friends, high school buddies, college buddies, and nice looking kids. That's the future of our community, is young people like that.
Joe Smith Furniture, if you're looking for something, it's the huge Memorial Day sale Monday. Everybody's going to be closed Monday, or most businesses. So if you got to go and get you some furniture, good day to go shopping. 5-piece dining room sets, $198. Recliners, $198. 3-piece sofa sets, the love seat and chair, $478. Mattress sets, $148. And a queen-size memory foam mattress set, $698. Wall-to-wall clearance and huge savings in every department. They will save you money. Give them a call. Joe Smith Furniture.
How about this little Lanyap art series? Did you?
I hadn't seen that yet.
I thought you had talked about that last week.
No.
What about this house arrest for this ex-IMF leader, a very strong candidate? He would have been a strong candidate for president.
Could have been the next president of France.
Of France. Can you imagine?
Got in trouble.
Got into a little bit of trouble. They said that they don't like the way he was treated. In France, when they arrest someone, you don't see them with shackles on, and you don't see them with debitors and all that.
They bring you caviar and they bring you champagne.
And then
they take care of you.
After you are actually found convicted, then you go to jail. But
over here they get nervous. They figure if you do something really bad, they don't want you to do something really bad to somebody else, so they kind of hold on to you a little while.
Yeah, little while, anyhow.
How about Quality Portable Buildings? Let's hit another sponsor. Easy to find off I-49 at exit 23. That's right here outside of Opelousas Garage. barns, storage, outdoor kitchens, offices, beauty shops, you name it. Quality portable buildings can handle it. And they do these nice buildings where they've got just a traditional, simple building, but they got the nice ones that look like barns, and they make it kind of match whatever your property looks like. They can custom build you a building as well. They've got propane sales there and U-Haul rentals. Come on by, and they're open on Saturdays. Go to qualityportablebuildings.com and tell Mr. Hugh Guidry Bobby and Andrew said hi.
Had a request. I serve on the Louisiana Auto Insurance Plan and have since about 1973, I guess.
Yes, sir.
And we just meet, I think, 3 times a year now. And the membership changes according to the companies
that are riding in Louisiana.
That are riding in Louisiana. They belong to different groups, and each group basically has an appointee, and they were asking for our approval of a new appointee. And of course, he's had many great years selling, working. This young man here had years of working with Safeco Insurance, and I wrote back, this is fine with me. I had many great years selling for Safeco. Our Dupree Carrier Gotcho agency was the largest personal lines agency in the United States of America.
Y'all were the Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther, that's right.
That was the big advertising.
And Tatsi, Shirley, Adelaide, and I made a number of beautiful, all expense paid trips courtesy of Safeco. So I was glad to vote, and I'm looking forward to our next meeting, which won't be, I think, until July.
Right.
But anyhow, just a little story there about our days in the insurance business.
There you go. And let's see, what else do I have? How about this? Joe Fred dropped this off on me. He said he got a friend of his that's doing a little bit of residential building. Mr. Lynn Smith, that's a residential contractor out of Opelousas over here with Smith Housing. And he says you would know his dad. His dad was Eric Smith, who worked at Champ Auto. But he says you would know him because he would sell pecans and y'all call him by a nickname.
Not a little bit of pecans. I'm talking about a lot of pecans. And I've spoken about one of his sons several times. I meet him after Mass and after he's been to church at the Citgo station in Washington. We called his daddy, we called him Swing Blade. Swing Blade. I guess at one time he cut a lot of grass and worked hard. He had a number of children. When I say a number, a large number of children, and they all worked. Right. And I can tell you, this young man here is if he's as good as his daddy, it's something else. At one time, they thrashed a pecan tree that belonged to Mr. Don Louis Butler. That would probably be North Market Street, North Court Street. One tree, 640 pounds of pecans came out of that one huge tree. And so you remember little things like that. Good family.
With Smith Housing, you want to give him a call now, 849-6273. I got it.
Maybe that's who I was talking about when I was saying about the family, about good people.
KSLO, we'll see on the other side of 3.
We talked about that. The Pacquiao fight, I did get to watch the replay of it the other night. He won again.
He was Pacquiao in him. Huh?
Oh, Lordy. They had 8,000 people attended the weigh-in. Can you imagine? I bet that's close to a record.
The Pac-Man is the man right now.
He's the man right now. And of course, 16,000 plus attended the fights
does a tremendous amount of motivational speaking, very religious, good guy. Looks like everything about him. How about your other guy, Bernard Hopkins?
Oh,
how about Bernard? You probably don't have the article yet because it just happened this weekend.
I have it somewhere.
Bernard comes out